I got a knife here in my pocket. The steel is dark with age. It's read me like a sermon on my life's own crooked page. The blade is nicked and honest from 100,000 cuts, and it's held together only by its memory and its guts. It ain't a thing of beauty, it ain't fancy, sharp or new. It's just the last remaining piece of the only truth I knew. 'Cause this handle of bone was my father's only creed, a tool for any trouble and a friend for any need. He says, son of man is measured by the things that he can mend, and this knife was his companion till his own bitter end. It's more than just a memory, it's the marrow and the stone. This quiet piece of history, this handle made of bone. I saw him cut a fishing line down by the river's bend. I saw him peel an apple that he'd offer to a friend. He never drew it in no anger, he never used it in a fight. Just a simple, honest helper from the morning to the night. And the day he finally left me, he pressed it in my hand, said this will be more useful than a deed to any land. It's the only thing I didn't pawn to keep my body warm. It's a quiet, sharp reminder in the chaos and the sin of the simple kind of good man that I know I should have been. And when I hold it in my own palm, I can feel his steady thumb, and I know that I am not alone, no matter what's become. 'Cause his handle of bone was my father's only creed, a tool for any trouble and a friend for any need. He says, son of man is measured by the things that he can mend, and this knife was his companion till his own bitter end. It's more than just a memory, it's the marrow and the stone. This quiet piece of history, this handle made of bone. Yeah, this handle of bone, the only truth I've ever owned. My father's hand inside my own. Handle of bone, handle of bone. The sun's a cruel old master in a bleached and angry sky, and the dust gets in your throat, son, and it makes you wanna cry. The captain's on his white horse, got a shotgun in his hand. He's the devil's own bookkeeper in this God-forsaken land. From the moment that the sun is up till it bleeds into the west, there ain't a single minute that a man can find his rest. Swinging this old hammer till my hands are raw and beat, just breaking rocks in the suffocating heat. The captain's watching over us with a cold and empty eye, just breaking rocks out here until the day I die. I think about my woman, I think about my son, I think about the foolish, angry things that I have done. And I dream about a freight train with a whistle loud and clear, just to carry my soul far away, so far away from here. But a dream is just a phantom in the shimmer of the haze, and my future's just a mountain of these long and thankless days. Sometimes we'll start a rhythm, a low and lonesome groan, to remind ourselves we're living, that we're more than blood and bone. It's the only thing that's ours here, this sad and simple sound of a dozen broken spirits breaking up the cursed ground. It's a prayer without the scripture, it's a hope without a name, a quiet act of rebellion in this soul-destroying game. Swinging this old hammer till my hands are raw and beat, just breaking rocks in the suffocating heat. Captains are watching over us with a cold and empty eye, just breaking rocks out here until the day I die. Swing, sun's going down. Swing, another day in this town. Swing. These hands are old and callous, and they're scarred up by the trade. They know the feel of honest wood, the heft of a good blade. I I learned it from my father, who learned it from his own. How to make a thing of beauty from a piece of wood or stone. I don't use no computer, I don't use no plastic guide, just a lifetime of the knowledge that I keep right here inside. 'Cause I'm the last of a dying breed, a ghost from a forgotten page, living by a craftsman's creed in this disposable new age. They like their things all shiny new and broken in a year, then they just throw it all away without a single tear. But I come from a different time with a different kind of cast. When you put your soul in what you made, and it was built to last. I see the things are selling down at the department store, 1,000 perfect copies of a thing that has no core. They're made by a machine somewhere 1,000 miles away. There's no pride in that assembly line at the closing of the day. It's a temporary comfort, it's a cheap and easy thrill, a world of hollow vessels that you never get to fill. In the city, he's a smart and modern man. He builds his world with numbers and a digital command. And he looks at my workshop and he just shakes his head. He says, "Dad, there's no more future in the life that you have led." And I know that he is right, Lord. I know my time is done, and 100 years of know-how will be gone when I am gone. 'Cause I'm the last of a dying breed, a ghost from a forgotten page, living by a craftsman's creed in this disposable new age. They like their things all shiny new and broken in a year, then they just throw it all away without a single tear. But I come from a different time with a different kind of cast. When you put your soul in what you made, and it was built to last. Yeah, built to last. They don't make them like me no more. It's hard. These hands were built to last. We're built to last. Here is howling like a demon, been screaming for a week. The snow is piled against the door, and the floorboards moan and creak. I've counted every nail head, I've read every damn book. I've worn a path across the floor with every step I took. The world outside has vanished in a sea of blinding white, and my only real companion is a long and lonely night. And I got the cabin fever blues, they're crawling in my skin. This quiet little prison is where the real storm begins. Yeah, I got the cabin fever blues, and I'm climbing up the walls. My own mind is a courtroom that is judging all my faults. These four walls are my jury, and the silence is the cell. Yeah, the cabin fever blues is a cold and private hell. The shadows in the corner started talking back to me. They whisper all the secrets of the man I used to be. The ticking of the grandfather clock is a hammer in my brain, and I think I'm going crazy from the lack of falling rain. I'm arguing with my own ghost about the things that I have done, and in this quiet frozen world there's nowhere left to run. The door down, I wanna run out in the storm, just to feel the frozen needles and to feel that I am warm. With a fire of my own motion, with a reason and a rhyme, instead of sitting in this silence, just murdering the time. 'Cause this peace is just a violence, this quiet is a war, and I don't know who I'm fighting, but I can't take anymore. 'Cause I got the cabin fever blues, they're crawling in my skin. This quiet little prison is where the real storm begins. Yeah, I got the cabin fever blues, and I'm climbing up the walls. My own mind is a courtroom that is judging all my faults. These four walls are my jury, and the silence is the cell. Yeah, the cabin fever blues is a cold and private hell. So cold. These four walls closing in. Yeah, the snow just keeps on falling, and the fever's gonna win. Gonna win. Gonna win. My head is pounding like a drum, the sun's a blade of white, crawling through the bars to cut apart the long and foolish night. My mouth tastes like a graveyard, my clothes are torn and stained. The last thing I remember is the sound of pouring rain, and a whiskey a fist and then a shout. Now the iron door is all the world I get to think about. 'Cause I got a concrete pillow for my weary head tonight. Yeah, a concrete pillow underneath a single naked light. The old sheriff's whistle echoes somewhere down the hall. I got a right to one phone call, but no one I can call at all. This ain't no transient hotel. This ain't no friendly sign. Just a concrete pillow and a whole lot of wasted time. There's a sinner in the next cell praying to the Lord. There's a gambler in the other who fell upon his sword. We're all just busted brothers, ghosts of cheap mistakes, paying for the chances that a foolish man will take. The God just walks on by me with a bored and empty stare. Another nameless body in the county's tender care. It all seems so damn stupid in the sober light of day. The prideful little reason that I threw my world away. For a shove, a curse, a moment of a blind and senseless rage, I traded in my freedom for this cold and iron cage. I can see a patch of blue sky if I crane my neck just so. A piece of what I took for granted, a life I used to know. Now I got a concrete pillow for my weary head tonight. Yeah, a concrete pillow underneath a single naked light. The old sheriff's whistle echoes somewhere down the hall. I got a right to one phone call, but no one I can call at all. This ain't no transient hotel. This ain't no friendly sign. Just a concrete pillow and a whole lot of wasted time. Yeah, wasted time. On this concrete pillow, doing my time. The clock on the wall ain't moving. Ain't moving at all. At all. Ain't moving at all. This ain't just a field of corn. This ain't just a piece of ground. It's the only real religion that my weary soul has found. My granddaddy's own sweat is in the cracks and in the clay, and I can hear him whispering to me on a quiet summer day. He said, son, this land will own you. It'll hold you till the end. It'll be your cruelest master and your one and only friend. My name is in the dirt here, my story's in the stone. Is the only real possession that a man can truly own. Yeah, my name is in the dirt here, written out for all to see. This land ain't just a part of me, this land is me. It's a blessing and a burden for all that it is worth. To know your soul is anchored in a patch of God's own earth. I've seen the sky go empty, I've seen the sun refuse to shine. I've seen the river rise and try to take what's rightly mine. I've seen a dozen reasons that a smart man would have sold and traded in his future for a pocket full of gold. But you can't sell your own history, you can't sell your own blood. You just hold on through the drought, son, and you hold on through the flood. Now the cities rise and crumble, and the highways turn to rust, and all the works of proud men will return again to dust. But this land is always patient, it'll wait for you to learn that it's the only real cathedral to which a man's soul can return. I'm just a temporary keeper of a long and patient dream, a ripple in its endless and its slow and steady stream. 'Cause my name is in the dirt here, my story's in the stone. It's the only real possession that a man can truly own. Yeah, my name is in the dirt here, written out for all to see. This land ain't just a part of me, this land is me. It's a blessing and a burden for all that it is worth. To know your soul is anchored in a patch of God's own earth. Yeah, in the dirt. My name is in the dirt. My blood, my bones, my soul, right here in the dirt. Walked in on a Tuesday, slept with summer rain, smelled like black coffee, smoke, and a little bit of pain. Didn't say a word at first, just stood there by the door, watched her shadow stretch out long and bleed across the floor. Eyes like polished steel, boys, cut you to the bone. You could feel the trouble coming deep in your marrow bone. She's got a And the devil on your shoulder says, man, what else can you do? The kind that messes with your soul and poisons up your mind. But when she looks my way, the whole world fades to gray. I know I ought to run, but my feet refuse to stray. It's a beautiful damn sickness, a sweet and bitter pill. If her love don't kill me, Lord, I know the longing will. She's got a kerosene smile, yeah, a beautiful space grace. A single spark is all it takes to burn down the whole place. She's got a velvet touch, but a soul made of rust. She'll build up all your dreams and then she'll grind them into dust. Yeah, that woman's a slow fire, and I'm burning for a while, addicted to the danger of a kerosene smile. Yeah, burning down. With their smile, Lord, kerosene smile. Lord, watch her burn it all down. Yeah. I was born in a hurricane underneath a blood red moon. The doctor took one look at me and started to swoon. I cut my teeth on a rusty nail, I drank the lightning down. I was the meanest baby in this whole damn dirty town. My crib was a guitar case, my lullaby a moan, and the first thing that I asked for was a brand new black cat bone. 'Cause I'm a bad, bad man, I'm the talk of the town. I can make the sun come up, I can make it go down. Got a black cat bone and a mojo in my hand. I'm the baddest man you ever seen in this or any land. The women all start trembling when I walk on through the door. They know I ain't the kind of trouble that they've ever seen before. Yeah. I can drink the muddy water, the from a dirty, swampy ball. I can tell your whole life story by the way you pet your dog. I told a woman that I loved her just to see what she would do. The sky cracked open right above us and the moon broke right in two. I gambled with the devil and I sent him home to cry. I ain't never told the truth, but I ain't never told a lie. If you're looking for some trouble, you can find it anywhere. You can wrestle with a grizzly, you can fight a polar bear. But if you see me coming and you hear my footsteps fall, you better turn around and run and write your name upon the wall. 'Cause I ain't made for comfort and I ain't made for love. I was sent here from down below to rise on up above. 'Cause I'm a bad, bad man. I'm the talk of the town. I can make the sun come up, I can make it go down. Got a black cat bone and a mojo in my hand. I'm the baddest man you ever seen in this or any land. The women all start trembling when I walk on through the door. They know I ain't the kind of trouble that they've ever seen before. Yeah. Got that black cat bone. Make your woman leave a happy home. 7 sons. Yeah, I'm the one. Watch out now. Yeah. So now. The sword has cracked our skin, boys. The sun has bleached the wood. He believes he. We left the shores of England for glory and for good. He believes he. The rats are getting hungry. The biscuits are all green. He believes he. But there's gold in California, the likes you've never seen. He believes he. So heave around the horn, boys, where the icy devils blow. Hey, roll and go. The waves are hungry mountains, the seas are hell below. We'll taste the frost and thunder. Hey, roll and go. And pray to God Almighty we can live to tell the tale. The lookouts in the crow's nest, he's frozen to the bone. He believes he. He screams of icebergs coming with a long and ghastly moan. He the rigging starts to scream. Heave, bullies, heave. This ain't no maiden's voyage, and it ain't no lover's dream. Heave, bullies, heave. For every league we conquer, another takes its toll. Heave, bullies, heave. May the devil take the horn, boys, and God have mercy on my soul. Yeah. So heave around the horn, boys, where the icy devils blow. Hey, roll and go. The waves are hungry mountains, the seas are hell below. We'll taste the frost and thunder. Hey, roll and go. And pray to God Almighty we can live to tell the tale. The seas are hell below. Way, roll and go. You walk around this town with a halo made of gold. You got a patient smile for every story that gets told. You got a handshake for the sinner, you got a prayer for the poor. You're the first one to volunteer when there's trouble at the door. You got your picture in the paper, standing with the good and the great. And you talk a lot about love, but your eyes are full of hate. 'Cause you're a hollow saint, baby, with a soul of empty space. You got a righteous looking mask strapped tight across your face. Yeah, you're a hollow saint, darling, and I can see right through all the good and holy works you do for no one else but you. You can fool the congregation, you can fool the rank and file, but I know what kind of demon is hiding right behind that smile. I saw you at the diner, you were cruel to the young girl there. Just because she spilled some coffee, you looked like you didn't care. You talking about your charity, the money that you raise, but it's just to get your name carved on a plaque for all the praise. You preach about forgiveness, you preach about the trust, but your heart is just a desert full of avarice and lust. From the weight of your disguise, from the endless lonely labor of maintaining all your lies? Or have you told the story for so long that you believe that you're the righteous hero in the web of tales you weave? You're just a pretty old slick on a puddle in the rain, hiding all the dirty water and the memory of the stain. 'Cause you're a hollow saint, baby, with a soul of empty space. You got a righteous looking mask strapped tight across your face. Yeah, you're a hollow saint, darling, and I can see right through all the good and holy works you do for no one else but you. still slipping, baby. Hollow saint, nothing but a hollow, hollow saint, no soul inside. Funky and abrupt chord. I'm lying in this motel room. The sheets are cold and wet. The ceiling fan is turning slow, a rhythm of regret. The blinds are drawn, but the sun is coming through an angry blaze, and my mind is playing tricks on me in 50 different shades. The water in the glass is warm, the ice has long since gone, and I'm paying for a lifetime of the things that I've done wrong. 'Cause I'm lost inside this 100-degree haze, living in the wreckage of my past and future days. The devil's on the television and he's reading me the news, and my own damn reflections in the corner singing all my blues. Yeah, I'm burning from the inside, but I'm shivering and I'm cold, in the middle of a story that should never have been told. Standing right beside the bed, she was shaking her head slowly with a halo round her head. She said, son, I tried to warn you about the company you keep. And she faded like a phantom in this fever-haunted sleep. And the man I wronged in Houston, he was sitting in the chair, just smoking a transparent cigarette and blowing smoke into the air. This ain't no evil spirit, this ain't no voodoo curse. It's just my own damn conscience, for the better or the worse. The fever's just a key that has unlocked a hidden door to a room of all the memories that I try to ignore. And every ghost that's in here is a ghost I've known for years, just watered by my whiskey and my own damn foolish tears. And I'm lost inside this 100-degree haze, living in the wreckage of my past and future days. The devil's on the television and he's reading me the news, and my own damn reflections in the corner singing all my blues. Yeah, I'm burning from the inside, but I'm shivering and I'm cold, in the middle of a story that should never have been told. 100-degree haze. The walls are breathing now. So hot. Going down. I came home from the highway after 6 long months away. The dust was thick on everything, and the sky was cold and gray. I was dreaming of your sweet smile, I was dreaming of your touch. I guess I must have been dreaming just a little bit too much. 'Cause there upon the front door, taped up for me to find, was a single folded envelope to wreck my peace of mind. My hands were almost shaking as I broke the folded seal, hoping for a love note, something passionate and real. But the words were short and simple, they didn't waste no time. Each one was a little hammer blow for some forgotten crime. It said, I'm sorry, darling, but a girl can't wait so long. And just like that, the future that I lived in was all gone. And it's just a little ink and poison on a cheap and faded page, the closing of the curtain on my own romantic stage. You didn't have the decency to look me in the eye. No, you killed the thing between us with a coward's cold goodbye. Yeah, your name was at the bottom, signed so neat and ever true. And that little bit of ink and poison was the last I'll hear from you. I read it and I reread it about a dozen times or more, till the letters started blurring and my eyes were getting sore. I was looking for a secret, for a code I might have missed, for a single drop of heartache from the lips I used to kiss. But the paper, it was heartless, and the ink was black as sin. Just a final fatal message about the trouble I was in. that I wrote to you from jail, full of desperate promises that I was too damn weak to fail. I sent you my whole paycheck, I sent you my whole soul, just to get this single page that's left me broken and unwhole. You were my one last good thing, my one last saving grace, and you shot me down in cold blood from a safe and distant place. 'Cause it's just a little ink and poison on a cheap and faded page, the closing of the curtain on my own romantic stage. You didn't have the decency to look me in the eye. No, you killed the thing between us with a coward's cold goodbye. Yeah, your name was at the bottom, signed so neat and ever true, and that little bit of ink and poison was the last I'll hear from you. Yeah, the last I'll hear, just the poison of your name in ink so clear. Goodbye. Where the path gives way to bracken and the ancient beach is grown, the old folks tell you, child, don't ever walk those woods alone. For when the sun is bleeding and the mist begins to creep, the forest wakes from slumber, from a long impatient sleep. There's something old as mountains with a slow and silent tread, walks the paths of shadow that the living fear to tread. Oh, they call him the Hart of the woods, with antlers like a crown. He judges souls by the seeds they've sown on the humble forest ground. He has no need for silver, and he has no time for lies. You'll see your own true spirit reflected in his eyes. So if you're lost within his woods, be humble and be kind, for the heart is always watching what you carry in your mind. His coat is made of moss and bark, his hooves don't make a sound. He breathes the scent of falling leaves and rain upon the ground. His eyes are pools of amber, holding sea secrets of the stone, of every wind that's ever passed and every seed that's grown. He's not a beast of malice, nor a creature you can buy. He is the forest memory, the soul of root and rhyme. Oh, they call him the heart of the woods, with antlers like a crown. He judges souls by the seeds they have sown on the humble forest ground. He has no need for silver, and he has no time for lies. You'll see your own true spirit reflected in his eyes. So if you're lost within his woods, be humble and be kind, for the heart is always watching what you carry in your mind. They say a greedy merchant went to hunt him for his hide. He boasted of the riches that his foolishness and pride would bring him from the market, but he never returned home. Just a whisper on the west wind and a splintered axle bone. But a child who lost her way one night with nothing but her fear was guided by two amber lights that brought her safe and near. So when you feel the woods go still and hear a branch's sigh, look for antlers in the twilight, reaching for the sky. He's just a fleeting shadow, he's the whisper and the breeze. The ancient heart is walking still among his faithful trees, among his faithful trees.
I turned off a main highway where the blacktop turns to sand. Found a town that God forgot about in this dry and weary land. The hotel sign is swinging on a single rusty chain, and the windows are all broken from the sun and from the rain. There ain't a single footprint, there ain't a living soul, just a quiet sense of tragedy that takes a heavy toll. And I'm walking down a main street where the silence lives and breathes. It's caught up in the tumbleweeds and the dry and rustling leaves. Yeah, I'm listening to the stories that the wind can't help but tell. In this heaven for the memory, for the living, it's a hell. Every doorway is a question, every shadow is a name. In this town where the silence lives and whispers out its claim. a child's worn-out leather shoe lying in the dirt, a tiny final testament to a forgotten little hurt. And for a single moment this whole place came alive with the ghosts of all the people who had struggled to survive. You're not just walking through the wreckage, you were standing on their graves, the quiet, unmarked resting place of the hopeful and the brave. And I'm walking down a main street where the silence lives and breathes. It's caught up in the tumbleweeds and the dry and rustling leaves. Yeah, I'm listening to the stories that the wind can't help but tell. Silence lives, and the wind just speaks their names. Gotta leave this place to its dusted claim. This mirror tells a story in a language I can't stand, a roadmap of mistakes etched by my own foolish hand. The man who's staring back at me, his eyes are cold and hard. He's holding a lifetime of losing, a deck of broken cars. I used to have a fire, son, a pure and burning light, but I used it to burn bridges in the middle of the night. I thought I was a rebel, thought I was a king, didn't know the blade I sharpened was gonna be the one to sting. 'Cause I've been my own worst enemy since the day that I was born. Planted seeds of anger, and I grew a crop of scorn. I'm the author of the pain that brought me to my knees, fought against the good advice that wrestled in the trees. I can blame the bottle, I can blame the lousy luck, it's true, but my own worst enemy, Lord, has always been me, not you. There was a woman, sweet as summer, she tried to pull me through. She built a home around me, painted all my gray skies blue. She gave me one last chance, she said, it's me or it's the fight. And I chose the row of knuckles in a dead end
back to listening to the demons in my head. Talks of grace, says a man can still be saved. He talks about the righteous path that all good men have paved. But my road was cracked and broken, I chose the dirt and stone. And every ghost that haunts me is a ghost I've caught myself in home. Is there a final chapter? Is there a page left to turn? Or is my only lesson the one I'll never learn? 'Cause I've been my own worst enemy since the day that I was born. Planted seeds of anger, and I grew a crop of scorn. I'm the author of the pain that brought me to my knees, fought against the good advice that rustled in the trees. I can blame the women, I can blame the lousy luck, it's true. But my own worst enemy, Lord, has always been me, not you. Yeah, always been me, the one I couldn't be. My own worst enemy, staring right back at me. My hair is turning silver, my walk is getting slow. They're talking about my legacy, saying it's his time to go. They pat me on the shoulder, say you've had a real good run, like I'm a tired old workhorse who is looking at the sun. Go down for the last time, but I ain't ready yet to quit. I just lit up a brand new fuse, and the damn thing's staying lit. 'Cause I still got a song in me and a fire in my gut. This book ain't at its final page, the cover ain't been shut. Yeah, I still got a song in me and a little bit of fight. I ain't ready for the silence of a long and peaceful night. So you can talk about my history, but I ain't done with the new. 'Cause I still got a song in me and a little trouble too. I'm like my daddy's old truck, I'm full of dents and scars. I've seen 1,000,000 miles of heartbreak underneath 1,000,000 stars. I might burn a little oil now, I might leak a little rain, but I can still get you to where you're going, through the hurt and through the pain. Yeah, I got a few more good years on these worn and weary tires, and my soul is still ignited by a handful of old fire. regards. I'm still holding a few aces in my worn-out deck of cards. The fire's not a wildfire now, it's just a steady gleam. The ghost of an old anger and the shadow of a dream. But it's enough to keep me standing, it's enough to see me through. And I got one more story that I gotta sing for you. 'Cause I still got a song in me and a fire in my gut. This book ain't at its final page, the cover ain't been shut. Yeah, I still got a song in me and a little bit of fight. I ain't ready for the silence of a long and peaceful night. So you can talk about my history, but I ain't done with the new. 'Cause I still got a song in me and a little trouble too. Finished. The show ain't over till I stop singing. Her name was Sweet Delilah, and I loved her like a fool. Her eyes were like the thunderclouds, both beautiful and cruel. We meet down by the water, where the weeping willows grew, and she'd swear she loved me always, and I swore I love her too. But I saw her in the town one day with a stranger dressed in gray, and the devil of my jealousy began to have its say. He whispered in her ear, and she laughed a little low. It was a seed of black suspicion that my own dark heart did sow. I went home and I waited with a fire in my head, and every word she said to me was fuel to what I fed. That night I asked her walk in to the place we knew so well, to the quiet of the river in my own self-made hell. And I walked with my Delilah to the banks of the Red River, with a heart as cold as winter and a soul that starts to shiver. Oh, the thing I did that dark night, I can never take it back. I sent my sweet Delilah down a cold and final track. Now the only thing that's left of her is a ghost I can't undo, and her body sleeping somewhere neath that water, cold and blue. The moon, it went behind a cloud, the crickets ceased their call, as the awful heavy silence came and settled over all. I looked down at my own two hands, what evil they had done. There was no place in this whole wide world companion is the memory of my sin, and the endless lonely river that I threw my whole life in. 'Cause I walk with my Delilah to the banks of the Red River, with a heart as cold as winter and a soul that starts to shiver. Oh, the thing I did that dark night, I can never take it back. I sent my sweet Delilah down a cold and final track. Now the only thing that's left of her is a ghost I can't undo, and her body sleeping somewhere neath that water and blue. Down by the river, the red, red river. Oh, Delilah, what did I do? I roll into a dusty town when the sun is hanging low. Find a crowd of weary faces with no better place to go. They're beaten down by trouble, they're wrung out by the heat. So I set up my little stage right in the middle of the street. I got a silk vest and a silver tongue, a sparkle in my eye, and a promise that's so beautiful you'll be a fool to not buy. I say, are you feeling weary? Is your back about to break? Is your heart feeling the sorrow of a foolish past mistake? Is your money getting shorter? Is your hair all turning gray? Well, I got the very thing to come and wash it all away. I hold my bottle to the sky, it glitters and it gleams, and I tell them that it's full of all their long-forgotten dreams. 'Cause I got the cure for what ails you in this bottle guaranteed. It's the answer to your problems, it's the sowing of a seed. Just one little dollar for a miracle so true. The cure for what ails you, it's good for me and you. It'll make you strong and vital, it'll make your spirit climb, it'll make your spirit climb, and I ain't giving back a dime. They push up to the stage, Lord, with hope upon their face, trading their last bit of savings for a momentary grace. And I know it's only water with some sugar and some spice, but the feeling that I'm selling them is worth the humble price. 'Cause I ain't selling medicine, no, that would be a sin. I'm just selling them the hope that their ship is coming in. But I gotta pack my wagon up before the morning light, before the aches and pains return in the middle of the night. 'Cause the magic in that bottle, it don't last for very long, just enough for me to get my horse and be long, long gone. 'Cause the only thing this elixir was ever meant to heal is the busted, broke condition that for me is all too real. But I got the cure for what ails you in this
crickets are all tuning up. The day is getting dim on the final faded pages of a long and dusty hymn. The air is getting heavy with the smell of coming night, and the world is finally settling from its long and weary fight. And the sun goes down slow from my front porch view, paints the sky with purple gold and a melancholy blue. Yeah, the sun goes down slow, and the memories start to rise of a lifetime full of hellos and 1,000 hard goodbyes. This old chair has held my sorrows, it has held my simple grace, and I watch the world keep turning from this quiet, sacred space. I remember Jenny skinning her knee on that old oak tree's root. Now her own damn daughter's wearing her own scuffed up pair of boots. I watched them pave this gravel road back in '82, and I've seen the faces change here, but the stories are all true. The lovers and the leavers, the righteous and the sin. It's a never-ending circle round the town that I am in. Now a man can travel around the world to see the sights and sounds. He can search for truth and wisdom on 1,000 different grounds. But I have seen the whole damn show, the bitter and the sweet, just by watching all the neighbors and the folks across the street. Yeah, the greatest plays are written on a small and humble stage. With every passing season, you just turn another page. Yeah. And the sun goes down slow from my front porch view, paints the sky with purple gold and a melancholy blue. Yeah, the sun goes down slow, and the memories start to rise of a lifetime full of hellos and 1,000 hard goodbyes. This old chair has held my sorrows, it has held my simple grace, and I watch the world keep turning from this quiet, sacred space. Yeah, the sun goes down slow and the crickets start to sing. Another day is over, see what the darkness brings. Good night.
Wind is cutting through my coat. The sky's bruised and sore. And I'm standing on the sidewalk staring at that pawn shop door. The 3 gold balls are hanging there, a promise and a curse for a man who's hit the bottom and is heading somewhere worse. I've sold the watch my daddy gave, I've sold my wedding band, and now I'm holding the only truth I've held right in my hand. Inside, the air is thick with dust and cheap cigar smoke haze, and the ghosts of other people's broken yesterdays. There's a soldier's silver medal, there's a dusty old trombone, 100 silent stories that'll never make it home. And the man behind the counter, he's got eyes of cold hard steel. He don't care about your story, he just cares if the hurt is real. And I'm laying my old 6-string on his counter, it's the last thing to go. It holds every single song my broken heart will know. He don't hear the music, he just sees the chips and wood. And he offers me a pittance that he knows I'll take for good. 'Cause the wolf is at my door, Lord, and he's howling loud and low. And this beat up old guitar is the last thing to go. The cash he gives me is crumpled, it feels dirty in my fist. Temporary bandage for a life that's come to this. It'll pay the rent for 1 more month, it'll buy some bread and wine, but the silence in my room tonight will be a bitter kind. 'Cause money's just a number, it'll burn and fade away, but the loss of your own soul is a heavy price to pay. And I turn to look inside through the dirty bottom window where the hopeless people hide. And I see it hanging on the wall beneath a naked light, just a number on a paper tag to get it through the night. It ain't my friend no more, just a bargain to be sold. Another story getting dusty, another hero getting old. 'Cause I laid my old 6-string on his counter, it was the last thing to go. It holds every single song my broken heart will ever know. He didn't hear the music, he just saw the chips and wood, and he gave to be profoundly misunderstood. Yeah, the wolf is at my door, Lord, and he's howling loud and low. And this beat up old guitar was a